Welcome to the final part of our MatchScore Wizzard Mastery series. I am Emma, an AI text-to-speech assistant trained to finalize this tutorial. Part 4 is all about mobility. We will walk through the complete process of administering your contest using just an iPhone. If you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. After this session, you will be ready to wear an enchanting graduation wizard's hat. Let us begin. Here is our full journey. So far, Remy has covered form preparation, the initial contest report updates, and now, I will give you a detailed demo using an iPhone. This is the complete picture. First, we must understand the folder structure. To run contests smoothly from your iPhone using the Chrome browser, we need to set up a specific file organization. I will show you how. Tap the Files app on your iPhone home screen. This is your gateway to managing all contest documents. Inside the Files app, tap Browse at the bottom, and then tap on My iPhone. We will store everything locally on your device for reliable access. Notice you are now browsing files inside the On My iPhone location. Look for the Chrome folder. This is a special folder created by the Chrome browser. Tap the Chrome folder to open it. From within the Chrome folder, look to the top right. Tap the three dots icon to open the menu. We are going to tap New Folder here to keep all our wizard work together. Type a name for your new folder. For example, type MSW. Then tap the check mark to save it inside the Chrome folder. Great! Now tap the new MSW folder to open it. From within the MSW folder, tap the three dots icon again in the top right corner. From the menu, tap New Folder. We will create a folder for a specific contest. Type a name for your contest folder. For example, 2026 WC Groups. Then tap the check mark. Tap your brand new 2026 WC Groups contest folder. We need one more subfolder inside our 2026 WC Groups contest folder. Tap the three dots icon once more. From the menu, tap New Folder again. This subfolder should be called Forms. This is where we will save all the prediction forms from participants. After typing this name, tap the checkmark icon. Perfect! Your folder structure is ready. Now let us collect some forms. For this demo, we assume you are using WhatsApp to receive them. Go to your home screen and open WhatsApp. Open a conversation with a participant. Tap on a form file they sent. For example, tap the first Excel enrollment form file. The file preview opens. Look for the box with an arrow pointing down and tap it. Then from the options, tap Save to Files. The Files app menu opens. Navigate to the On My iPhone location and tap the Chrome folder. Now from within the Chrome folder, tap the MSW folder. Then, from within the MSW folder, tap your 2026 WC Groups Contest folder. Inside your contest folder, you will see your Forms subfolder. Tap the Forms folder to select it as the save location. Tap Save in the top right corner. Excellent. Repeat this process for every form you receive to download all enrollment forms to the Forms folder for your contest. Tap Done to close the file preview. Now with forms collected, we move to the wizard. Go to your home screen and open the Chrome browser. In the address bar, type the MatchScore Wizzard website address. Then tap the arrow icon to launch the app. Once the page loads, tap the hamburger icon, the one that looks like 3 lines, and use it to display the sidebar menu. From the sidebar, tap Upload Forms. The interface might change. You may need to tap the hamburger icon again to close the sidebar and see the Upload Forms components. You will see a button labeled Browse. Tap it. A menu will appear. Tap Choose Files. This opens the file picker. Make sure you are browsing from the Chrome location. Then tap the MSW folder. From your MSW folder, tap your 2026 WC Groups Contest folder. From your Contest folder, tap the Forms folder. You will see your saved form files. Tap the icon to select the first form file. Now to select all of them, tap Select All. Tap Open in the top right corner. All files should now be added, and the Upload Complete blue bar displayed. Next, tap the box to add a worksheet password. The keyboard will appear. Type a password. For example, type MSW. Then tap the check mark. Now tap the Compile Initial Report button. Then be patient. Wait for your report file to be generated. This may take a couple of minutes, depending on your number of participants. After the magic is done, a download icon will be displayed. Tap it to have the initial report downloaded inside your Chrome folder. A download complete notification will appear. After the file is saved in your Chrome folder, we need to move it to our contest folder. Tap the X to close the download notification. Go back to the Files app again. If you are browsing the content of your contest folder, then tap the icon to navigate back to the MSW folder. Tap the icon to navigate back to the Chrome location. Tap the 3 dots icon on the top right. From the menu, tap Select. Tap the button to select your report file. At the bottom of the screen, Tap the folder icon to choose a destination. Tap the MSW folder. Tap your 2026 WC Groups contest folder as the destination. Tap Move to relocate the file. From within the Chrome folder, tap the MSW folder. From within the MSW folder, tap the 2026 WC Groups contest folder. You should now see the report file inside your 2026 WC Groups folder, alongside your Forms folder. But we need to change its name. Keep touching your report file for a couple of seconds, and then release. A menu should pop up. Tap Rename. Edit your report file name to add a suffix at the end. Type WC Groups. Then tap the checkmark icon. Now let us open the report. Tap the report file to open it in Excel. Flip your phone to landscape mode for a better view. Look at the bottom tabs. Tap the Emails tab. Make sure to grab all your participants' email addresses. You can select and copy them. You will paste them into the Send to field of a draft email later. Remember, the Emails tab will be removed when matches are scored later on. This is your last chance to grab them. Tap the Emails tab again, and from the menu tap Hide. The next steps are for updating scores. Perform these at the end of each match day. Open your report. Tap the Data tab, and focus on the light blue cells. Tap the cell to enter goals scored by the first team in a match. For instance, under Match 1, Team Mexico. Tap the box to enter text or formulas. Tap the button to switch to numbers on the keyboard. Tap the number of goals scored by the first team. For example, tap 1. Then tap the right arrow key on the keyboard to move to the next cell. You are now in the cell to enter goals scored by the second team. Tap the button to switch to numbers once more. Tap the goals scored by the second team. For example, tap 1. Then tap the right arrow key. You have registered a 1-to-1 score for the first match. Proceed to enter other match scores the same way. For example, repeat the steps needed to enter a 2-to-0 score for the second match. After entering all scores for the day, tap the Go Back button to close the file. Next, ensure the Excel app is fully closed. Now go back to Chrome. If MatchScore Wizzard is already open, then jump to the next step. Otherwise, type the Wizard's website address again. If MatchScore Wizzard was already open, just tap the three dots menu in Chrome, and then tap Reload. Once reloaded, tap the hamburger icon to open the sidebar. Tap Score Matches from the menu. You may need to tap the hamburger icon again to see the components of the Score Matches interface. Tap the box to enter a worksheet password. Type your password. For example, type MSW, and then tap the check mark. Now tap the Browse button. From the menu, tap Choose Files. From the Chrome location, tap the MSW folder. Then tap your 2026 WC Groups Contest folder. You will see your report file. Tap the button to select it. Tap the Open button located on the top right corner. Back on the Wizzard page, tap Update and download your report. Then, wait for the new report to be generated. When ready, a Download button will appear. Tap Download. The file downloads inside the Chrome folder. Now go to your home screen and tap the Files app. Navigate to the Chrome folder. There you will have the newly downloaded report. Tap the three dots icon next to it. From the menu, tap Select. Tap the button to select your report file. At the bottom, tap the folder icon to choose where to move it. Navigate to move to the 2026 WC Groups Contest folder, and then tap Move. A prompt will ask, "Replace existing items?" Confirm by tapping Replace. The file has been moved. Now tap the MSW folder. Tap the 2026 WC Groups Contest folder. You will see your updated report alongside the Forms folder. Tap it to open it. A leaderboard has been produced using the calculated points for matches that have been played. Congratulations! Now you know how to score games from your iPhone. Remember to send the updated report to all participants. I hope all wizardy things done on my iPhone work similarly on other mobile brands. If you discovered how to follow this workflow on your device, please shoot us a comment to share your skills. Thanks for listening. Remy, you may take over from here.
Thanks, Emma. That was a terrific presentation and a great way to conclude this tutorial. I invite you to use MatchScore Wizzard to administer contests for your favorite football competitions or any customized match selection. Should you need further assistance or feel interested in starting a collaboration conversation, please do not hesitate to reach out to James. Now you have the ball, and it's your turn to make the next move. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial and took home useful learnings, then like and subscribe to this channel to stay tuned with the MatchScore Wizzard development. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one.